Hello, Scorpio. I'm Selena Hart. And this message is for you because you felt something stir the moment you saw it. Maybe it was a quiet knowing. Maybe it was a sudden pull. Like something unseen nudging you to pay attention. Either way, it wasn't random. What's arriving now is not just a message, it's a divine interruption. And if you've been drifting, doubting, or trying to make sense of why certain doors have closed, this is the moment where the answers begin to unfold. This isn't about astrology in the way most people talk about it. This is about something deeper. The next 72 hours are not just important, they are energetically charged in a way that rarely happens. The universe is opening a corridor of movement around you, a sacred passage of accelerated alignment. These portals don't open often, and when they do, they don't last long. What you choose to do inside them can change everything from your relationships to your calling, from your healing to your future stability. Scorpio, you are being invited into something bigger, but you must meet it, not with fear, not with hesitation, but with presence. You are being shown that blessings are near, not someday, not when you're more prepared, not when the past finally makes sense, but now. And the only thing you need to do is say yes with your energy, your actions, your heart. Destiny doesn't respond to perfection. It responds to readiness. And whether or not you feel fully ready right now, something inside you has already whispered that you are. You weren't brought here by chance. And what's coming wasn't meant for anyone else. The timing, the signals, the internal nudges, they're all part of something greater, aligning just beneath the surface. And this time, if you choose to move with it, instead of resisting it, you won't just survive what's next. You'll rise through it. You'll own it. You'll look back and say, that moment changed everything. Let's begin. And as this window of power opens around you, Scorpio, you'll begin to notice signs subtle but unmistakable that something is shifting. Repeating numbers will start to catch your eye. 11:11, 10:22, 12:12, not just once or twice, but often enough that you can't ignore them anymore. These aren't just coincidences. They're signals, confirmation codes from the universe, reminding you that you are on the edge of something significant, that your soul is syncing with a greater rhythm. They're not asking for logic. They're asking for awareness. They're saying, pay attention. You're being aligned. You may also feel a strange, soft calm take over you when you least expect it. A moment of peace in the middle of a chaotic day. A sudden sense that everything is going to be okay, even if nothing outside you has changed. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit responding to the energy beginning to move. It's your inner knowing waking up and whispering, something good is near. You're safe to trust this. And then, without warning, someone might reach out. You could run into a person you haven't seen in years, or receive news you weren't expecting. Don't brush it off. These encounters, however small they seem, carry weight. They are doorways in disguise. People acting as messengers. Moments meant to reroute your course or confirm what your intuition has been trying to say all along. And if you stay open, not skeptical, not overthinking, just open, you'll know exactly what each moment is asking of you. Because deep down, Scorpio, you've always known how to read the signs. This time, the signs are reading you. So when the signs begin to show, and they will, don't just observe them. Scorpio, respond, anchor the energy with action. This isn't a time to wait and see. It's a time to lean in. One of the most powerful things you can do during this sacred 72-hour window is to write down your desires clearly, unapologetically, and place them beneath your pillow before you sleep. Why? Because your subconscious becomes a portal while you dream. What you declare and rest upon becomes what you attract. The universe listens more closely when you surrender your hopes in a state of rest. Clear your physical space. 2. Clutter holds energy, old stories, stuck emotions, things you've outgrown but never released. By cleaning your environment, you're not just tidying up your home, you're signaling to the universe that you are ready to make room, that there is space now for love, for abundance, for new beginnings to land. Burn incense, open the windows, let the old leave, and above all, practice gratitude like it's your spiritual armor. Don't wait for the miracle to give thanks. Give thanks to invite the miracle. Speak your appreciation aloud. Write it down. Let your energy speak clearly. I recognize what I have, and I welcome what's next. Gratitude shifts the frequency of everything. Reconnect with your roots. Say the names of your ancestors. Write down the name of the city where you were born. Light a candle for those who walked before you. Your lineage is not a thing of the past, it is a living, breathing stream of energy that still surrounds you. Call upon it. Let it hold you as you step into what's next. And finally, pay attention to your dreams. Your intuition is heightened now. What seems symbolic is often literal. What you feel when you wake up is a message waiting to be understood. Keep a notebook near your bed. Write down what you see, what you hear, what you feel, because in these quiet spaces, Spirit speaks. And you, Scorpio, you're not just being prepared to receive. You're being called to listen. But with every sacred invitation comes a quiet warning, and Scorpio, you more than anyone understand how the shadows love to rise just before the light breaks through. In these next 72 hours, as the greatest danger will not come from outside forces, it will come from within. Doubt may creep in, whispering that this is all too good to be true, that you've hoped before and been let down, that you're not ready, that nothing ever really changes. These voices aren't prophetic, they're protective. But they no longer serve the version of you that's rising. Fear will try to disguise itself as logic. It will ask you to wait, to gather more proof, to be more certain before you act. But this window isn't about certainty. It's about trust. If you wait for the fear to leave before you move, you'll miss what was meant for you. Spirit is asking you to act while afraid, not after the fear is gone. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the choice to no longer let fear decide the outcome. And you must also be mindful not to let the voices of others override your own. In times of transformation, there will always be people who can't see what you're stepping into. Their skepticism has nothing to do with you, it's a reflection of their own limits. Don't let their doubts become your inner dialogue. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you believe in what they've never experienced. Your intuition is evidence enough. Lastly, Scorpio, avoid the temptation to hesitate. The longer you delay, the more the moment slips. This isn't the time to overthink, to second guess, to wonder if you're really ready. The portal is already open. The energy is already moving. All that's left is for you to say yes and mean it. This is your window. Don't let it close while you're still standing on the threshold. And as you choose to step fully into this portal of possibility, Scorpio, you'll begin to notice that the changes don't come in just one area of your life. They ripple across everything. Love, career, purpose, and spirit, they're all connected. And all of them are stirring beneath the surface right now, preparing to rise. In matters of the heart, there is a strong possibility that a destined meeting is on the horizon. It may be someone new, someone who arrives unexpectedly but feels strangely familiar, like your souls have already met somewhere beyond time. Or it may be someone from your past, resurfacing not to cause confusion, but to offer closure, healing, or even a second chance with wiser hearts. You'll know which it is by the way it feels in your body, not rushed, not forced, but real, calm, steady. True, if you're already in a relationship, this energy could bring a depth of intimacy that you've been quietly craving. Conversations that were once too painful to start may now flow with honesty. Emotions long buried may finally be expressed. There is potential here, not just to fix like lever one's society, but to transform, to take something ordinary and make it sacred again. But you must be brave enough to let your guard down, to stop pretending you don't need what you deeply do. On the path of career and purpose, there's a similar awakening. Many Scorpios are standing at a crossroads right now, sensing that what they've been doing no longer fits, no longer fuels them. That quiet dissatisfaction you've been carrying isn't failure, it's guidance. It's your inner knowing calling you towards something more aligned, more alive. In the next 72 hours, you may receive a nudge, a conversation, an idea, an invitation that leads you closer to the work you were actually meant to do. Maybe it's a hidden talent you've dismissed. Maybe it's a dream you once shelved because it didn't seem practical. Now is the time to revisit it. Now is the time to build something new, not out of desperation, but out of devotion to what truly matters. And spiritually, this period is nothing short of sacred. You may feel waves of sensitivity, bursts of emotion, or a strange clarity that cuts through the noise like a whisper straight to your soul. You're not imagining it. You are waking up. Your intuition is sharpening. Your dreams may become vivid, symbolic, even prophetic. You might sense energies around you more strongly, or feel moments of connection to something higher, something that doesn't need to be explained to be real. This is the deepening you've been yearning for. The feeling of being held by the universe, of finally walking a path that feels like yours. And Scorpio, you don't have to rush to understand it all. You just have to say yes to the conversation, to the calling, to the love that's trying to find its way back to you. Everything is connected, and everything is calling you home. So if you've made it this far, Scorpio, it's not by chance. Something within you already knew that this message wasn't just information, it was confirmation. You've been walking through heavy seasons, carrying silent questions, wondering if the universe still sees you. And now, in this exact moment, the answer arrives not as thunder, but as a quiet, sacred, yes. Yes. You are seen. Yes. Something is changing. Yes. These next 72 hours are not like the rest. But here's the part most forget. Destiny doesn't just land in your lap. It arrives through doors you have to open. It speaks through signs you have to recognize. It manifests through choices you must make while your hands are still shaking. And right now, Scorpio, you are being asked to choose yourself, not in a way that's loud or showy, but in a way that's clear. You are being asked to trust the tug you feel inside, to lean into the discomfort of change, to believe that what's coming is not too good to be true, but finally good enough to be yours. This is not a test of your worth. It's a test of your readiness. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to remember who you are beneath the layers of fear, doubt, and delay. You've always had the strength. You've always had the depth. And now, with the universe aligning around you, you have the timing. The window is open, and your future isn't waiting on anyone else. It's waiting on you. So breathe deeply. Clear the space. Speak your desires out loud. Write them down and place them beneath your pillow. Let your soul prepare to receive. Because everything you've asked for, everything you've cried for, everything you've been silently preparing for, it's closer than it's ever been. And all that's left is for you to say, I'm ready. This isn't just the end of a video. It's the beginning of your becoming. Welcome home. Scorpio, let the next 72 hours show you just how powerful you've always been.